Okay, global gas and electric proposal. Over the last 7-8 years, we've discussed the need for an additional amount of gas into the Nelson County Industrial Park. Flower Foods is served by gas currently, coming in from the Woodlawn Road side. As we continue to develop this industrial park, the future need of getting gas across the Bluegrass Parkway with what they call a high pressure line.
The high pressure gas main, yeah.
Gas main. And then we're taking into account not only that, but Leslie Daughter's got a big farm, the next generation down the road, having gas for that down the road, and further expanding all that area. It's going to be important. Leslie probably has about 300 or 400 acres there, but Leslie's never going to, he's already said he's not going to do anything with it, and I'm sure he's not going to do anything but farm it. But the next few generations may change that, so I've asked the court to consider going ahead and running a high pressure line across the Bluegrass Parkway. Whereas if we've got an industrial prospect coming, then we can service not just one prospect, we can service other prospects with more gas.
Who's this line going to belong to? LG&E?
LG&E.
So anybody along the way can hook up on this line?
Yes. There'll be conditions, but the easements that we've obtained from property owners, there'll be conditions in their easement agreement with LG&E to allow what you just said, yes. To hook up
County
to the line.
will get reimbursements for a percentage of the cost based on the amount, I don't know if the amount of gas they serviced or.
We've got that agreement with Flower Foods. I don't know how that works. It's a mathematical thing. The more you use, the more money we get back, but I'm not sure they're using as much as they thought they were going to use and all that kind of stuff. So I'm not sure how, but there is a reimbursement.
I can tell you, the
You seen money?
Wilson Industrial Park last year or 2 years ago maybe got about $24,000 from Global Gas and Electric.
Who got it?
Of BIDC.
Why'd they get it?
Because they're the entity that owns the property.
So who's going to get this? BIDC?
No, whoever.
We're signing a contract with LG&E, that reimbursement portion will be in the contract.
Have we ever got a check back from Fire Foods, Ron?
No,
Not
you
that
don't.
well.
And there-
I'm not sure how that.
Nobody else tapped onto it in the first place.
Oh, we can't, right? It's
Yeah.
tapped out.
Well,
Correct.
It's loaded, it's loaded up.
But we need to do this project. You can Mickey Mouse around about all the different particulars about it, but we talked about this for how long, Bernard?
Along that. Since we have the park.
Yeah. And we were hoping to get a project where we could tap into some resources otherwise. And I think we will probably get some assistance if we get a project into the industrial park, we will get some assistance out of Frankfurt.
Well, so what do you want us to do? Wait until we get the assistance?
No, I want to ask Fiscal Court to go ahead and approve this expansion of the Lowell Gas and Electric into the industrial park for $1.268 million.
Have we got a full project yet?
Have it this afternoon.
I guess the next question would be is, where are we gonna get this $1.268 million?
Me and Rhonda discussed that yesterday. We looked at KCO. We've looked at KCO. We looked at, and I've actually talked to folks in Frankfurt about some grant opportunities. But irregardless of whether we get grants or we have to borrow the full amount, guys, if we're going to be, our mission at owning industrial park property is to create jobs, we have to go ahead and take this step. It's a different world in the last 5 years than it was when we initially bought the property, as you know.
I've been on court 4 years and we ain't got the first job yet, so it's kind of hard for me to spend $1.2 million.
And well, then we need to sell the property for farming then.
That's an option.
Is there some discussion on that? Chime in a little bit?
You were welcome to, yes, if you got
If
it.
you, now if the factory moves in, they would reimburse you for the line. Is that what you're saying?
Based on the Lowell Gas and Electric does, not the factory.
Okay. But you're talking about spending over $1 million to put a line in to get business. Why not take that money and maybe hire some people for economic development to promote business to come in?
Yeah.
Then once they, maybe come in.
But you're still gonna spend the problem is if we don't spend now, you're gonna wait 2 years and it's gonna be 1.5 million or 3 years.
Actually,
No,
a couple
no,
years
no.
ago, it was 1.8 million.
And this thing ain't gonna happen overnight, it's gonna take a little while.
It takes 6 months to build this.
We've changed the design on this thing. We're going with some high pressure gas, maybe steel pipe, and then medium pressure plastic pipe. Is why it's so much cheaper. But
So we've got two, we have two pending projects. One in particular, strong pending project. That's one that goes into this industrial park.
Can we table this and think about it?
It's a bad decision.
I think we need to move on.
Seems like to me, you put the cart before the horse if you don't have anybody coming in out
We
there.
do, that's why you just didn't hear what I said. We do have two projects, one in particular.
I don't know, I'd like to listen to the meeting myself.
I'll table this and we'll come back to the end
Well,
of the
let's
meeting.
see what the court wants.
Come back to the end of the meeting.
I'm just giving my
That's
opinion.
what it is.
Sam, I'll give y'all opinion.
Didn't you were just talking about it?
Excuse me for a second. Court, yes, Jeff, you had something to say? Attorney, you had something to
It's
say?
not gonna get any cheaper than waiting.
Well, I'm not talking about waiting 5 or 6 years, I'm just talking about let's digest this, this just got in front of me today.
I sent that in your package.
This,
No, what, it was in your mailbox, okay.
this morning, yeah.
But you know about this?
Yes, I've known about it, but I mean, now I'm actually looking, I'm.
Actually, you knew about it was at 1.8 million.
Somewhat, yeah.
Still got another question.
Wait, just a second, I won't get the courts here. Jerry, you have any comment? Okay, yes, you got something.
You were talking about just a second ago trying to get into farmland, and now we got two businesses coming in.
Well, you didn't understand what I was
Well,
saying.
yeah.
If we're not going
Right.
to fully develop a piece of property, we need to get out of the owned property.
I agree.
And, you know, this is something you had to do, we would have had it done up front when we developed the park. Everybody that was on the court at the time knew that. I think, Sam, maybe you were your first term, maybe.
Yes.
And we've all talked about it. It's time to move on this project. And if you want to start creating jobs and get off, we gotta get the ball moving on the industrial park. You guys are aware of a single project. You know about the project. You guys are aware there's another couple of opportunities. But if they wanted to come today, they won't have to wait 6 months, 8 months to get it, in particular, get gas.
Which really, if they were to come today, 6 months from now, it would all kind of come in together. It
Exactly.
wouldn't take them that long
Exactly.
to get there.
But you can't wait forever either, though.
Correct.
Like my motion on the floor.
In order to put this in business, is it gonna, later on down the road, we're gonna have to raise our taxes?
No, sir.
Okay.
How can you say that?
That's what I get paid. I get paid.
Are we gonna have to borrow this money?
Yes.
So we're gonna be paying.
We have two options. We have two options. We looked at an internal finance, and we've got reserves, but we don't think that's the best option after looking at it. We're only getting about 0.5% to 1% on our money. We've got about $4 or $5 million on interest right now. That's not drawing a lot of money, but we still think in order
to keep that there, we know we got that.
in order to protect that, that's exactly what Ron and I said, we could borrow the money and make payments on it over the next 5 to 7 years.
The current bonding rate's what, about 0.5 to?
No, the municipal bonds, if we were to sell bonds, would be about 3.5. 3.75, sometimes 4 on yield. But we're talking about short term here, we're not talking about long-term money. And there is a very distinct possibility that we get this project that we're working on, then we'll get some grant money from the state.
That's why I'd like to table it for a week or so, just to do a little further investigating, but I'm just giving my opinion.
I understand.
I think if we're gonna do it, we ought to do it. Bite the bullet and do it.
I'd say if we're not gonna have to raise taxes to get this done.
What's the downside of looking at this for a couple of weeks?
A couple of weeks would not kill you. If anything, I would do no longer than a week. You know, construction season,
Why can't we just do the next court meeting? So you're looking at the 20th. That's a,
election day.
This
guys.
just,
20th is election day.
yeah,
we're going to have court that day.
we're gonna do it,
we
we're gonna do it.
postponed it in the past. Sometimes we have, sometimes we haven't.
Postpone or move up?
Move it up, and then call a special meeting then.
Well, move it up to the 19th.
If you guys really want some more time to
Well, I'd like
digest
to
it,
keep it, you know, if we get it in a mailbox in the morning, you know, and
Yeah.
you want us to.
It's hard to digest
Our days
1.2.
kinda
I
like-
guess I'm involved with it every day, guys.
And I'd like to look at the financing options that you all have discussed.
We will bring it back to you, and if I see a need for a special meeting, I will call a special meeting. Is that fair enough?
I think it's fair.
Okay. High hazard inspections for Nelson County. We received and was granted, still to be signed by the commissioner, the ability to do high hazard inspections. High hazard inspections typically in our county are whiskey warehouses, places to store bourbon, finished product warehouses. That's typically ours. We don't have a lot of chemical factories as such, even though there is a small amount of storage here and there. The state, when we were granted the ability to do our household, our residential inspection and our commercial inspection, purposely kept the high hazard inspections for themselves when we initially started. And over the years, we've always considered trying to get Logan to be able to do these inspections, because it does two things for our inspection program. The revenue that is currently going to the state could be staying here at home. And typically, there are high dollar inspections. Whiskey warehouse can be anywhere from, depending on the size of the warehouse itself, can be anywhere from $4,000 to $8,000. One warehouse.
That's their fee.
That's their fee.
How much?
Anywhere $4,000, I'm rounding things up, $4,000 to $8,000, depending on the size of the warehouse. Per warehouse. And those monies are going to Frankfurt right now.
Didn't I hear?
And there's 60 days turnaround typically to have a plan review and the ability to get back from Frankfurt to get your permit. Here locally, we can do it all usually within a week or less sometimes if it's emergency. And so it would make sense for us to be able, since we have a certified high hazard level 3 inspector, to go ahead and get those inspections into our local program. Everybody follow me okay?
The only reason we weren't doing it in the past is the state didn't allow it.
They didn't want to divvy up that extra money at the time. Now I'm sure they've learned over the years that they've had to cut staff, and it's a little bit better for us to be able to do it. Yes. Keith.
Are we gonna have to hire somebody else?
No.
Logan's still gonna be able to do it? If I want to put her done, the same day, I'm still gonna be able to get it done?
Yeah.
He's gonna work around to where he can do that?
You get 1 or 2 or 3 of these a year.
Okay.
And Don can do.
I wish we were getting 6 to 10 of them a year.
Well, did I hear you say we're gonna do it 20% cheaper than the state?
Right, that was my next thing. Our particular code, and after looking it up, Keith, give an example. Our warehousing, this is not warehouse. High hazard is a different warehouse. Let's use warehousing for what we're charging. We're charging 5.5 cents a foot for warehousing. The state is charging 11 cents a foot. It's almost half.
Well, let me ask another
That
question.
is half. That is half.
Why can't we, yeah, it's a little less than that. Why can't we charge a little bit more, because we're gonna give them convenience where they don't have to wait?
I was hoping you'd say that.
Or is that not? I mean, you
I was hoping
know,
you'd say that, sir.
why not? I mean, you know, if they're charging 12% and we're only getting 5.5, we could go to 10. It's still cheaper than what they're doing, and it'll make the county more money, and they'll still get their inspection a whole lot faster. I think that's fair. I mean, I'm just giving my opinion.
That's what I was gonna recommend.
Does the state have a high hazard warehouse fee different than warehouse?
Yeah, and that's what I was gonna tell the guys. State's got a separate high hazard fee of 12 cents, and that's what we should charge. And I've talked to the contractor that builds these warehouses, he's a construction company, and they're tickled to death to pay the 12 cents and not have to go to Frankfurt and not have to wait on inspections and plan review. Frankfurt.
Yeah, we have to change our ordinance.
Have to change our ordinance,
In
yes.
order to do that.
But as importantly, what Keith's referring to, our whole commercial fee structure is antiquated. It's very antiquated. and Dan, but our commercial fee, I'll give you, I won't do this today, but I'm going to ask for approval today from the, I think I gave you guys a copy of that. I want to ask approval for me to sign this high hazard agreement with the state of Kentucky, but I'll give you a chart between now and the next court meeting to review the fee structure, showing what the state charges and what we charge.
If you're gonna do a ordinance modification, you might as well just all you can do at once, just at the same time.
We haven't adjusted our commercial fees since we started.
I know, but if
You
we
say
just,
The state adjusted it regularly. They're not bashful.
When you say adjust, you mean rate, right?
Rates. Yeah.
Just say things.
That's pretty good.
So you need a motion.
I need a motion to approve, authorize me to sign the agreement with Kentucky Housing Building Construction.
I'll make that motion. I second.
Thank you, Sam. Second by Jeff. All approved, say aye. Disapprove? Motion carried. Thank you all. Hope I explained that better.
I hope you do.
That only happens.
You got a head on it.
I know.
I like that. I wanted that.
Well, sometimes
I'm
I
glad-
say what's on my mind, I forget what I was going to ask.
I'm glad we did it. I told Logan, I said, it's time to raise the whole
As long
structure
as
of our
it's
fees.
not hurting the guy out there trying to make a dollar.
And these are all,
What it is.
When you get ready to let warehouse, then you're gonna come back with that 5.5 cents.
hey guys, there's only two contractors typically that do a lot of commercial around Bardstown and Madison County. That's BCD Construction, the Music Construction Company. You got a couple of outsiders, EH Construction Company out of Bullitt County comes over. He's doing like the Salt River stuff.
They did a lot.
And they have to go to Frankfurt to get their permits.
Right.
And they're doing some of that. They're,
Is it too late for us to do the RE60 thing?
no. But we'll get this.
We didn't do the RECC inspection on it.
We get an inspection on it, yeah.
Who does the inspection on that antenna? Somebody's gonna have to check footers and so forth. Who does that?
Logan's gonna crawl up the very top, check.
Yeah,
the
right,
lights
I
out.
bet you.
Local inspection.
You had 6, by the way, that office is busy right now. There's 6 inspections this morning.
Very good.
Didn't want to make people wait, Mr. Metcalf.
I like it. Thank you, Logan.
He wanted to be a court reporter.
No, well, he made the right move.
I plan to have the first reading of the budget May the 20th. I think Ron and I are pretty much ready.
That's the election day.
Oh, is that the election day?
So are we gonna do?
We'll have to have a special meeting or something, won't we? What about,
Monday or Wednesday, either one.
will Wednesday after be too much trouble, Wayne?
It'd be better if you would do that 21st.
Oh, day before?
No, she's saying she'd rather the election get out of the way, right?
I would be helpful.
Okay. Remember, since that will be, if that's okay, we got, we'll move the date to the 21st. Media got that? We will have to clarify and classify that as a special meeting because we are moving the date of the meetings,
But we can only discuss what you put on the agenda.
whatever we put on the agenda.
So
Okay?
it's gonna be budget and other.
There'll be some other stuff. There'll be some other stuff.
Well, the gas line we discussed.
Gas line, and we'll have these inspections on there all week too, for the fee structure. We've talked about something, yeah, I'll get to talk pretty late.
I'd just like to see the 5.5 cents. 21st.
No, by the way, we did talk about this about 6 years ago, 5 years ago, anyway. About the disparity between the two. I don't know if you weren't on board with that. So I can't talk to you about
Well,
that.
how come it didn't go 5 or 6 years ago?
Court didn't have the will to raise the fees. We thought it was better because
Because that's when all the construction was down.
was down to nothing, zero.
It went-
Well, it ain't a whole lot better, but I mean, you know, with the whole commercial.
Jen, you've had a bunch more permits pulled.
It's picked up considerably this year.
Yeah.
I had a graph, I'll email it to you all, we've graphed permits, and it took a nosedive in 2011, and we're almost back to where we were in 2007, 2008, as far as number of permits. Now, that's not necessarily,
Money wise.
that's not necessarily single-family dwellings, but it's, you know, a lot of additions and accessory structures.
And some commercials.
Tracy sends me that, you know, every time you get it.
I'll send you that graph that I did, I showed the judge
Is this
yesterday.
fee structure thing gonna be cross-rated for everything?
Commercial.
Mostly commercial.
All commercial.
And planning
Nothing.
development.
You got that, Randy? Commercial, no residential is being discussed.
Adjusted.
Adjusted, I like it. Anything else, Court, before we go into closed session? Okay, no other business. I would like to ask for a motion to go out of regular session and closed session as per KRS 61-810, where discussions between a public agency and a representative of a business entity and discussions concerning a specific proposal. If open discussions may jeopardize the siting, retention, expansion, or upgrading of that business. Motion been made by Keith Metcalf, seconded by Sam Hutchins. All approved, say aye. Disapprove? The motion will carry. Thank you all. Good. Now we just get Gary to leave. That's right. We can get something going. Okay, at this time, I would, ask fiscal court to go out of executive session back into regular session, if I can get a motion to do so. Motion been made by Sam Hutchins, second by Jeff Lear. All approved, say aye. Aye. Disapprove? Motion will carry. Okay, not on the agenda, under old and new business, you have a resolution in front of you that was in your mailbox related to authorizing the county judge executive to sign all documents related to the recruitment of industry in the Nelson County Industrial Park. In particular, a project that we've been working on for some time now. This resolution was approved by the Nelson Fiscal Court at the regular meeting today, May 6th. If I could get a motion to do so. Motion's been made by Sam Hutchins, second by Jerry Hahn. I'll get it out here. Voted 1 second on Jerry Hahn. All approved, say aye. Aye. Disapprove? The motion will carry. Thank you all. Any other business before the court? Anybody else have anything? Motion to adjourn?
Make a motion.
Make motion to adjourn, second by Jeff. All approved, say aye. Aye. Disapprove? Motion will carry. Thank you all so much.